Hello, and welcome back to English Without Borders, the podcast where we have real conversations in real English about real life. I'm Anna.
And I'm Jake, and we are so glad you're here with us today. Seriously, wherever you are, whatever you're doing right now, welcome. You made a good choice pressing play on this one.
You really did. This episode is one of those episodes that I think is going to stay with you. Not just for your English, but for how you feel about your day, about your life.
Big words, Anna.
I mean them. But first, Jake, how are you? How has your day been?
Honestly, really good. I woke up this morning and I did something small that I've been trying to do every day this week. I made my bed. First thing, before anything else.
Oh, I love that.
And I know it sounds tiny. Like, who cares about a made bed? But it set the tone for my whole morning. I felt organized. I felt like I was already winning somehow.
That is not tiny at all. That is actually exactly what we're talking about today.
See? I didn't even plan that.
It just came naturally. How about that? Okay, my morning was a little more chaotic. I woke up late, I spilled coffee on my shirt, I couldn't find my keys for about 10 minutes.
Oh no.
It was not a smooth start. But then I sat down, I took 3 deep breaths, and I just said to myself, okay, new moment, start again. And the rest of the day was completely fine.
I love that. New moment, start again.
And again, that connects directly to today's topic, because today we are talking about changing your life one day at a time.
Yes. And I want to say right away, this is not a motivational speech. We're not going to shout at you to wake up at 5 a.m. and do 100 push-ups.
Definitely not.
This is a real, warm, honest conversation about small change, daily change, the kind of change that actually works because it's gentle and consistent.
And we're going to practice a lot of great English along the way too. Phrases, vocabulary, expressions, all things you can use in your daily conversations.
This is English Without Borders, after all.
Always. Okay, but before we dive in, a small favor from us to you.
If this podcast helps your English, if it makes your listening better, if it makes your day a little warmer, please hit the like button. It takes 1 second and it genuinely makes a huge difference to us.
And subscribe if you haven't already. New episodes come out regularly, and we would love to have you here every single time.
And leave us a comment today. Tell us, what is one small thing you do every day that makes you feel good? We want to know. We read every comment and we love hearing from you.
We really do. Okay, let's get into it. Changing your life one day at a time.
So Anna, why do you think this topic matters so much? Because I feel like everyone has heard change your life before. It's everywhere. But something about this idea, one day at a time, feels different.
It does feel different. And I think the reason is this. Most people think change has to be big to be real. They think, I need to completely transform my life. I need to change everything at once. I need a new job, a new habit, a new routine, a new attitude, all starting Monday.
Monday. Always Monday.
Always Monday. I'll start on Monday. And then Monday comes and it feels overwhelming and nothing happens and they feel like a failure.
And the cycle repeats. Next Monday, next month, next year.
Exactly. And the problem is not the person. The problem is the approach. Because big, sudden change is really hard for human beings. Our brains like familiarity. They like routine. They resist sudden, massive change.
But small change? Small change is something the brain can accept, something it can get used to.
One small step. One small improvement. One new habit. One better choice. Today. Just today.
And that's the whole idea. You don't have to change your entire life this week. You just have to change today. A little. And then tomorrow. A little. And over time,
those little changes build something incredible.
And for English learners specifically, I think this message is really important because learning a language can feel so enormous, so far away. You look at fluent English speakers and you think, I'll never get there.
But you don't need to get there today. You just need to get a little further than you were yesterday.
One new word, one new phrase, one podcast episode, one small conversation. That is enough. That is real progress.
And it adds up. It really does. You know, there's a concept I love, and we'll talk about it more later, called compound growth. The idea that small, consistent efforts grow on themselves over time, like interest in a bank account.
Oh, I love that comparison. Small deposits every day. And one day you look at the account and think, when did that get so big?
Exactly. Okay, personal stories. Can I go first?
Please.
So, about 2 years ago, I was in a bit of a rut. Do you know that expression? In a rut?
Tell our listeners what it means.
In a rut means you're stuck in a routine that isn't making you happy. Like a wheel stuck in a muddy groove. You keep going around and around in the same path, not moving forward. I've been in a rut lately. Every day feels the same.
Such a visual expression.
And that was me. Wake up, coffee, work, screen, sleep, repeat. I wasn't unhappy exactly, but I wasn't growing. I wasn't moving forward. I felt kind of flat.
Flat is a good word for that feeling. Not sad, just gray.
Just gray. And I remember talking to a friend about it, and he said something that really stuck with me. He said, Jake, you don't need a new life. You need a new 5 minutes.
Oh, wow. A new 5 minutes?
Just 5 minutes of something different. Every day. Something small that is yours. That adds something. And I started with reading. 5 minutes every morning. Just 5 minutes of a book I actually wanted to read. Not work emails, not news. Just a story I enjoyed.
And what happened?
After a week, 5 minutes became 10. After a month, it was 30 minutes every morning. And after 6 months, I had read more books than I had in the previous 5 years. And more than that, my mornings changed completely. I had something to look forward to. Something that was mine.
A new 5 minutes turned into a new morning.
Which turned into a new daily rhythm. Which turned into feeling genuinely better about my days. And it all started with 5 minutes.
I love that story so much. Okay, mine is a little different. A couple of years ago, I decided I wanted to get healthier. And I made the classic mistake. I went all in on day 1.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. Day 1, I went to the gym for an hour and a half. I completely changed what I ate. I downloaded 4 different health apps. I set 17 alarms on my phone.
17 alarms.
17. And by day 3, I was exhausted and overwhelmed, and I quit everything.
The all or nothing trap.
The all or nothing trap. Exactly. It's when you decide you're either doing everything perfectly or you're doing nothing at all. And the problem is, perfect is impossible. So nothing wins almost every time.
And so many people fall into this, especially with New Year's resolutions. January 1st, new life begins. January 15th, old life resumes.
Every year. And so the second time I tried to get healthier, I did it completely differently. I said one thing, just one thing. I'm going to walk for 20 minutes every day. That's it. Nothing else.
Just 20 minutes.
Just 20 minutes. No gym, no diet, no apps, just a walk. And it was so easy that I actually did it.
every day. And after a month of doing that consistently, I naturally started wanting to do more. My energy was better, my sleep was better. I started making slightly better food choices without forcing myself.
The small change opened the door to more change.
Because I wasn't overwhelmed, I wasn't exhausted. I had built something sustainable.
Sustainable. That is such an important word. Something you can keep doing long term. Not a sprint, a marathon.
And the key difference between my first attempt and my second attempt was in the first attempt, I was trying to change everything. In the second attempt, I was trying to build one habit. Just one.
Okay, so let's get into the main ideas, because I think there are a few really key principles here that can genuinely help listeners with their health, their English, their work, their relationships, their lives.
Let's start with the idea of small steps, which we've touched on, but I want to go deeper because I think people really underestimate how powerful small is.
Right. So there's a famous idea in the world of habits and personal development. And the idea is this. If you get just 1% better at something every day, after 1 year, you are 37 times better than when you started.
37 times? From 1% a day?
One tiny improvement every day. And the math is real because small improvements compound. They build on each other.
Like interest in a bank account. You said that earlier.
Exactly. You don't put $1 million in on day one. You put in a small amount consistently and let it grow.
And the reverse is also true, which is a little scary. If you get 1% worse every day, after a year, you are almost nothing.
Small, consistent decline is just as powerful as small, consistent growth, which is why the direction of your small daily habits really matters.
So the question to ask yourself is, are my daily habits taking me somewhere I want to go? Even slowly, even just a little bit.
And you don't need all your habits to be perfect, but if most of your small daily choices are pointing in a good direction, you will get somewhere good. Eventually. Inevitably.
Inevitably. I love that word. It means it cannot be stopped. It will happen. If you keep going, success is inevitable. It's coming. You just have to keep walking toward it.
Okay, so the first principle is small steps are real steps. Don't dismiss them.
The second principle I want to talk about is consistency beats intensity. This one is so important, and I feel like people get it backwards so often.
Say more.
So most people think, if I work really hard for a short time, I'll get big results. And sometimes that's true. But for real lasting change, going to the gym once for 4 hours is not better than going for 30 minutes 4 times a week.
Not even close.
Writing for 2 hours on Sunday is not better than writing for 15 minutes every day.
Studying English for 5 hours on Saturday is not better than listening to one podcast episode every single day.
Exactly. And this is so relevant for our listeners. You don't need to study English for hours every day. You need to do something, anything in English every single day.
Even 5 minutes, even one episode, even reading 10 sentences of something in English before bed. Consistency is the magic ingredient.
Because your brain learns through repetition, through regular exposure, through showing up again and again. Every time you come back to English, your brain says, "Oh, this again. I know this." And it gets a little easier.
A little more familiar, a little more natural.
And one day, and this moment is real, I promise, one day you'll be listening to an English conversation and you'll realize you understood everything without even trying, without translating in your head. You just understood.
That moment is incredible. I've heard learners describe it, and it sounds like a door opening.
Like a door you didn't even know was there. And it opens because you showed up consistently, day after day after day.
Okay, third principle. And this one is maybe the most important emotionally. Progress is not always visible.
Oh, yes, this one.
Because here's the thing about small daily change. You often can't see it happening. Day to day, things look the same. You wake up and you think, I've been doing this for 3 weeks. Why don't I feel different? Why don't I look different? Why isn't my English better?
And this is where people give up, right at the point where the change is actually building underneath the surface.
There's a beautiful image for this. Imagine you're filling a glass of water one drop at a time, drop by drop. For a long time, it looks like nothing is happening. The glass looks empty, but the drops are adding up. And then one day, the glass is suddenly half full, and then full.
The change was always happening. You just couldn't see it.
And this is called the plateau of latent potential. A plateau is a flat period where nothing seems to happen. Latent means hidden, not yet visible. Potential means the growth that is building.
So you're on a flat road. Nothing seems to be changing, but under the surface, the potential is building. And then suddenly, it breaks through.
Like a seed underground. You plant it, you water it every day. For weeks you see nothing, just dirt. But the seed is growing. The roots are forming. And then one day, a shoot appears above the ground.
And people who gave up on day 20 never got to see the shoot.
They gave up in the dirt phase, right before the breakthrough.
So the lesson is, trust the process. Keep going even when you can't see the results. The results are coming.
They are coming. Okay, let's talk about something very practical now. Because all of this is great as an idea, but how do you actually do it? How do you actually build a small daily habit and keep it?
Right, because knowing something and doing it are very different things.
Very different. So the first practical tip is make it so easy you can't say no. This comes from a habit expert named BJ Fogg. And the idea is if you want to build a habit, make the starting version so tiny that it feels almost silly.
Want to exercise? Your habit is put on your workout shoes. That's it, just the shoes. Once the shoes are on, you'll probably do more. But the habit is just the shoes.
Want to read more? Your habit is open the book. Just open it. Even if you only read one page, you did the habit.
Want to practice English? Your habit is press play on one podcast. Just one. Even if you listen for 5 minutes on the bus, you did it.
The starting is the hard part. Make the start as easy as possible, and the rest will often follow naturally.
And over time, you can make the habit bigger. But you start tiny. You start so small that it almost feels like cheating.
It's not cheating. It's smart. Because every time you do the habit, even the tiny version, you are telling your brain, I am someone who does this. And identity is incredibly powerful.
Identity. Yes. Let's talk about that because it connects so beautifully to language learning.
So there's this idea. Instead of saying, I want to learn English, you say, I am an English speaker. Instead of, I want to be healthier, you say, I am someone who takes care of their body.
You shift from wanting to being, from goal to identity.
And every small action you take that aligns with that identity makes it stronger. Every podcast episode you listen to. Yes, I am an English speaker. This is what I do. Every healthy meal? Yes, I am someone who takes care of myself.
And it becomes self-reinforcing. The identity drives the action. The action strengthens the identity.
So, listeners, try this. Next time someone asks about your English, instead of saying, I'm trying to learn English, Try saying, I'm an English learner. I practice every day. Feel how different that is.
It sounds more committed, more real. Because you are committed. You are here. You are listening right now.
You are an English learner. This is what you do.
I love that. Okay, let's talk about something that comes up for almost everyone who tries to change. Bad days. Because bad days are real. And what you do on a bad day matters enormously.
Oh, this is so important.
So the rule I love is never miss twice. You might miss a day. Life happens. You're tired, you're sick, you're overwhelmed, something unexpected comes up. You miss your habit. That happens. It's okay.
But don't miss 2 days in a row.
Don't miss twice. Because one missed day is an accident. 2 missed days is the start of a new habit. The habit of not doing it.
And the longer the gap, the harder it is to come back. The chain breaks, and it feels hard to start again.
So the goal after a missed day is not perfection. It's just come back tomorrow. Just tomorrow. Start again.
And here's a phrase I really like for this. Done is better than perfect. It means a small, imperfect action is worth more than a perfect action you never took.
So the goal after a missed day is not perfection. It's just come back tomorrow. Just tomorrow. Start again.
And here's a phrase I really like for this. Done is better than perfect. It means a small, imperfect action is worth more than a perfect action you never took.
Done is better than perfect. So true. A 5-minute walk is better than the gym session you planned but never did. 5 minutes of English listening is better than the 1-hour study session you keep postponing.
Imperfect and done beats perfect and imaginary. Every time.
Every single time. Okay, I also want to talk about mornings, because I think how you start your day has such a powerful effect on everything that follows.
Yes. And I'm not going to say you need to wake up at 5 a.m. and meditate for an hour and journal and exercise and make a perfect breakfast and please, no. Because honestly, that's not realistic for most people, especially if you have kids or an early commute or a job that starts very early. But there is something real about the first few minutes of your day.
The tone you set in the first 10 minutes often follows you through the whole day. If you wake up and immediately grab your phone and scroll through stressful news and social media, you're starting in a reactive mode. Someone else is setting the tone for your day.
Reactive. That's a great word. You're reacting to the world instead of choosing how to start.
But if your first 5 or 10 minutes are yours, even something small, stretching, drinking water slowly, stepping outside for a moment of fresh air, reading 1 page of a book, you're setting your own tone.
You're starting with intention, with choice.
And you know what's a great way to start your morning if you're learning English?
I think I can guess.
Press play on a podcast.
Honestly, though, that is such a good habit. English in the morning means your brain starts the day in that space. And it doesn't feel like studying. It feels like company, like having friends with you as you start your day.
We like to think of it that way. We're your morning company.
Your English breakfast companions.
Exactly. Okay, let's also talk about the evening, because I think people forget that how you end your day matters just as much as how you begin it.
The bookend idea. Start well, end well.
How you end your day affects how you sleep, and how you sleep affects everything. Your energy, your mood, your focus, your ability to learn.
And a good evening routine doesn't have to be long or complicated. Even just put your phone away 30 minutes before bed. Maybe write down 3 things that were good about today. Maybe read a little. Maybe just lie still in the dark and breathe.
3
things that we're good about today. This is something I've been doing for a while, and it genuinely changes how you feel. Even on hard days, there is always something. A good cup of tea, a funny moment, a conversation that made you smile, a podcast episode you enjoyed.
We'll take that one.
And writing those things down or just thinking about them trains your brain over time to look for the good, to notice it, to hold on to it.
It's called a gratitude practice, and the research on this is actually really strong. People who regularly notice and appreciate small good things report feeling significantly happier over time.
Not because their lives are magically better, but because they're paying attention to the parts that are already good.
Attention is everything. What you focus on grows in your experience.
What you focus on grows. Write that down, listeners.
Okay, let's talk about one more big idea before we move to vocabulary. And that's the idea of your environment. Because your environment shapes your behavior more than most people realize.
So much more. We like to think we're in complete control of our choices, but actually, the environment we're in makes many choices for us, almost automatically.
Right. If there's a bowl of fruit on your kitchen counter, you'll eat more fruit. Not because you're suddenly more disciplined, because it's right there. It's easy. The environment is making the choice easy.
If your running shoes are by the front door, you're more likely to go for a walk. If your book is on your pillow, you're more likely to read before bed.
And the opposite. If your phone is on your bedside table, you'll probably scroll through it first thing in the morning. The environment made that choice for you.
So one of the most powerful things you can do to change your daily habits is change your environment. Make good choices easy. Make bad choices inconvenient.
Want to drink more water?
Put a glass on your desk.
You'll drink it.
Want to practice English every morning? Put your headphones out the night before. Put the podcast app on your home screen.
Make the path to the good habit smooth and clear. Remove the friction.
Remove the friction. I love that. Friction is resistance, the little obstacles that make it harder to do something. The less friction between you and a good habit, the more likely you are to do it.
And the more friction between you and a bad habit, the less likely you are to do it. Put your phone in a different room at night. The friction of getting up to get it might be just enough to stop you.
Small environment changes, big behavioral results.
Okay, I think it's time for vocabulary review. We've covered a lot of great language today.
Let's do it. And I want to start with one we used right at the top, in a rut.
In a rut means stuck in a boring or unhelpful routine. Not moving forward, going around in the same circles. I've been in a rut this month. I need to shake things up.
She felt in a rut at work. Every day was exactly the same and she wasn't growing. You can get into a rut with habits, with relationships, with work, with anything.
And the good news is, if you're in a rut, the way out is usually small changes. A new 5 minutes, as we said.
Next, sustainable. SUSTAINABLE.
Sustainable means something you can keep doing long term. Not just for a week, not just for a month. Something that fits into your real life and you can maintain.
I needed a sustainable exercise routine, not something intense that I'd quit after 2 weeks. Sustainable habits are realistic habits, built for real life, not ideal life.
Next, consistent. CONSISTENT.
Consistent means doing something regularly, without stopping. Same effort, again and again. She was consistent with her English practice. A little every day, no matter what.
Consistency is different from intensity. Intensity is how hard you do something. Consistency is how often. And for building habits, consistency wins.
Next, inevitable. INEVITABLE.
BLE.
Inevitable means it will definitely happen. It cannot be stopped. If you keep going, success is inevitable. It's not maybe, it's coming.
Such a powerful word to use when you're encouraging yourself. If I keep practicing every day, improvement is inevitable. Say that to yourself.
I love that. Next, friction. Friction.
Friction in physics means resistance between surfaces. In everyday life, friction means the small obstacles that make something harder to do.
There was too much friction in my morning routine. Too many steps before I could start. So I simplified it. Less friction means less resistance, means more action.
Remove the friction from good habits. Add friction to bad ones. Simple and powerful.
And last one, done is better than perfect.
This is a phrase, not one word. And it means an imperfect action that you actually take is worth more than a perfect plan you never start.
I know my English isn't perfect, but done is better than perfect. I'm going to speak anyway. The essay isn't perfect, but done is better than perfect. I'm going to submit it.
It gives you permission to be imperfect, to act anyway, to show up even when you're not ready.
Which is honestly the most important permission you can give yourself.
Okay, action steps. What can our listeners do today, right now, after this episode?
First, pick one small habit. Just one. Something you want to add to your day. And make the starting version so tiny it feels almost too easy. Want to journal? Write one sentence. Want to exercise? Put on your shoes. Want to practice English? Press play on one episode.
One. Just one. Don't try to change 5 things at once.
Okay, recap. What did we cover today?
We talked about the idea of changing your life one day at a time. Not through big, dramatic transformation, but through small, consistent, sustainable steps.
We talked about small steps being real steps. That 1% improvement every day compounds into something extraordinary over time.
We talked about consistency beating intensity. Showing up a little every day is more powerful than doing a lot occasionally.
We talked about the plateau of latent potential, the hidden phase where change is building under the surface, even when you can't see it, and why you must not give up in that phase.
We talked about making habits tiny. So easy you can't say no, because starting is the hardest part.
We talked about identity, shifting from I want to I am. I am an English learner. I am someone who takes care of themselves. Identity drives action.
We talked about the never miss twice rule. Bad days happen. Just come back tomorrow.
We talked about mornings and evenings, setting a tone for your day and ending with gratitude.
And we talked about environment, removing friction from good habits, making good choices easy.
And our vocabulary today? In a rut, sustainable, consistent, inevitable, friction, and done is better than perfect.
So much in one episode.
So much in the best way. Okay, our comment question for today, and I love this one.
Tell us, what is one small habit you are going to start today? Or one small habit you already have that has changed your life?
One small thing. Tell us in the comments. We read everything, and I genuinely think reading your answers will inspire other listeners too.
It really will. This community is so thoughtful and warm.
Before we go, I want to say something to everyone listening right now. Something I mean completely.
Go ahead.
You are already doing it. By listening to this podcast, by showing up today, by choosing to spend this time learning and growing, you are already changing your life one day at a time. Today counts. This moment counts.
Don't let anyone, including yourself,
tell you that small steps aren't enough. They are enough. They are everything. Every great life is built from small days lived with a little intention.
A little care, a little consistency, a little courage to keep going even when it's hard.
And you have all of those things. We can hear it in the fact that you're here.
English is a journey, and today you took another step on that journey, a real one.
So keep going. Keep listening. Keep practicing. Keep being kind to yourself on the hard days.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please give it a like. It genuinely helps us so much, and it takes just 1 second.
Subscribe so you never miss a new episode, and share this one with someone who needs to hear it today. You might not know who that person is, but they exist, and your share might reach them.
I'm Jake.
And I'm Anna.
Thank you so much for being here today. It truly means the world to us.
Take good care of yourselves.
One day at a time.
See you in the next episode. Bye, everyone.
Bye.